Hello. I really hate this camera. All right. All right. We ain't perfect, but we here. Because this ain't what we here to talk about. My fashion. Talking about not me being the first. Yes, you the first. Hey. Hey. So I wanted to kind of do this video because I really think that it's important that you guys learn how to work with your ancestors. A lot of times you don't, and it really hurts you. And I don't necessarily want that to be the story of you guys. Oh, thank you for saying it. So I want to teach you. I want to get you prepared, and I want to put you in a really good place of learning different materials and being great at this. And I feel like the only way that you can be great at this is if you do the work and if you have some type of knowledge of the work. And so I be feeling like it's my duty to teach you these things. And if I can do something to give you a little bit of insight on something, then that's exactly what I want to try to do. All right. So that's the whole point of today. I want you to be at peace and be in power. I want you to understand everything about your unknown ancestors. And I'm going to try not to make it long. I'm trying not to make these videos long, but I feel like it's important. I think our unknown ancestors is one of the most important and most powerful and often kind of overlooked aspects of ancestral veneration. So those are the forebears whose names and stories or records that have been lost. But the blood, the spirit, and the memory still live within you, right? So I want you to connect, and I'm going to give you the understanding of your ancestors. And you probably never heard it like that, but I'm going to give it to you. So the ancestors who understand who they are, first and foremost, real quickly. Your unknown ancestors include those erased by slavery, colonization, and forced migration. All right? That's understanding where we at. So it's children who died young or who were forgotten, or it's women who took on their husband's name and then disappeared from the record. Because what do? You get married, you take on your husband's name, and it's kind of like, as a verification process, people ask for the maiden name, but normally you're your married last name. Then you have ancestors who lived in secrecy, in pain, or in exile. So they often carry these quote unquote silenced stories. And so when you begin honoring them, they begin to heal through you. All right? So understand that. So you can create an altar for an unknown ancestor. You can dedicate a specific space, doesn't have to be alone for them. You can even make it alongside of your ancestor altar. All right. You can include a white or a black cloth and that's just a little sheet or something, white or black, because that symbolizes like mystery, and it also symbolizes the veil. A glass of fresh water, because water is what? It's a spiritual transmitter, and it's also an offering. So there's a duality to water. Then you can do a white candle. Of course, it's for remembrance. Florida water or some type of ancestral oil. You can also do you can do Zulu oil, or you can do Solomon oil, or you can do a holy oil, or you can do an ancestral oil. Those oils work great, right? And you can do that for cleansing. And then you can get you like a bowl of dirt or a bowl of salt, some graveyard dust. I didn't say dirt. And also, because it symbolizes a resting place. And you can place a small sign in a picture frame. You can go to the dollar store and get that, right? And it's like for those whose names I don't know, but whose blood I carry. All right. So for those whose names I do not know, but whose blood I carry. All right. So here's an invocation, right? So an invocation, it's a prayer. And so with that being said, you can say this daily to your unknown ancestor altar, or doing ancestral work. You can say, I call upon the ancestors unknown and unnamed, those whose blood flowed through me, flows in me, whose story I carry. I light this flame for you. May this light guide you to peace, as may your wisdom guide me to purpose. And then you say, I'm amen or ashe, or whichever that your ancestors spoke. I'm gonna say it again. I call upon the ancestors unknown and unnamed, those whose blood flows in me, flows through me, whose stories I carry. I light this flame for you. May this light guide you to peace. May your wisdom guide, may your wisdom guide me to purpose. That is one invocation that you can actually say. Can I? I think I can. I'll put that in the chat. All right. I was able to put it in the chat. And like some offerings that you can do, fresh water, bread, some rum, coffee, honey, a candlelight in their honor, a few coins, tobacco, a sign of respect, because all of them had tobacco, right? And as you place the things on the altar for them, I place the offerings on the altar for them, you can say, I don't know your names, but I honor your essence. I don't know your name. I don't know your names, but I honor your essence. So you can, and how you will know that this is something that is actually working and communication is flowing is because dreams of people you've never met, but you feel deeply familiar with them, which is what I kind of feel like the story in my book that I wrote comes out Thanksgiving. I feel like that is why I think that's although a dream were my ancestors. Random surnames or songs or places that start to pull your attention, kind of like physical sensations during the invocation prayer, like tingling or warmth or tears. Candles that flicker or burn unevenly, like keep a journal near that if you're going to do this to kind of build your relationship with them so you can record everything. And over time, the names and the memories may begin to reveal themselves to you. Because this is what I want you to understand. Healing the forgotten line, or the forgotten line, excuse me, working with unknown ancestors heals an ancestral silence. So you might feel like emotion or, that aren't yours, like grief or fear or shame or confusion. These are kind of like echoes of the ones who never got to express themselves. It's flowing through you. Does that make sense? I hope I'm not taking y'all so fast, but I'm be trying to give y'all some legit good shit, right? I wanted to make sure that if I'm going to post videos on YouTube, that I am giving you so much substance in such a small period of time. So I would tell you to start doing it weekly practice, kind of like maybe on a Monday or a Saturday, because those are ideal days depending like on your lineage and your tradition. Like refresh your water, light the candle, speak if they're known, and acknowledge those that are unknown. Like give thanks to their endurance and survival through you. You know what I'm saying? The reason why this is so important, I want to tap into my grandparents. I never met them. They passed away when we were kids. This is a great way to do it because they carry the missing pieces of your power. Think about that. Like every family line has lost names, and with them are lost gifts. So your unknown ancestors may have been root workers, they may have been healers, they might have been warriors or midwives or musicians or protectors whose memories were buried by the time colonization or trauma occurred. Thank you for the hearts. So when you call them back into remembrance, right, and lost recipes too. When you call them back to remembrance, you're calling back spiritual technology, like the way of seeing and healing and manifesting that your blood still remembers. So when you remember the forgotten, you kind of awaken the dormant within yourself. That's why unknown ancestors are so important. They also hold, believe it or not, they hold unresolved karma. See, we're getting a little deep now. See, many struggles you face, financial blockages, fear of visibility, toxic relationships, or relationship cycles, or chronic anxiety, often trace back to unhealed stories of the unknown ancestors. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense to you. Because tell me if are y'all liking this? So when you acknowledge, because this too, let me say this, because they were never named or honored, like their pain, their vows, their injustices, like they continue to echo through your generation. They continue to echo through your blood because blood holds memory. Remember I said that? Blood holds memory. Thank y'all for the comments. Well, no, you're good. This is easy. Okay, well, good. This is what I wanted. I wanted to do this real quick. So, because it echoes. The blood never forgets. So when you acknowledge them, you're performing an ancestral justice. See, no one talks about ancestral justice. And that's saying that you are seen and you are free to rest now. So the act alone releases energy that's been bound for centuries. Imagine your Aunt Carol never had children. All of her pain and all of her anger and all of her everything is going to go into that bloodline because it was never dealt with. That karma was never resolved. So it's going to relive itself in these generations. You excited for my book? I'm excited too. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm excited all the same. So they are also guardians of the gate. And what I mean by that is the unknown ancestors are like spiritual gatekeepers between you and the deeper ancestral realm. Okay, so if you only honor the ones you know, you might be missing ones who stand unseen behind them. So guarding your lineage, filtering spiritual messages, and protecting the bloodline from harm. So once you begin to acknowledge them, your dreams become clearer, your intuition becomes sharper, your spiritual work becomes stronger because you've opened the full ancestral current. Thank you. So they represent the silenced and the unheard. So in many lineages, these ancestors are the ones who died without descendants. Oh, okay. Y'all gotta excuse my camera. It's really good, but it be doing some wonky shit. They were enslaved or displaced. They were shamed and hidden away. They were written out of the records because of their race, their gender, or their social class. So when you pour water or you light a candle for them, you're not only healing your bloodline, you're healing the collective history of your bloodline. Don't you think that is so fucking powerful? And this is the thing. This is why you're the generational curse breaker. It's just that there's not information out there by reputable people that you can trust, that you can really learn something from. That's why y'all should go onto my website, magicalLadyDuchess.com. Y'all should click on the link that says classes. I've been teaching this since 2018, 2017 on the videos. Some of my classes are almost 10 years old. If you are wanting someone to teach you, or you are wanting someone that really know about Hoodoo, that really practices this, I am that person. I don't think that I'm the most knowledgeable, but bitch, I hold a lot of fucking wisdom, and I'm not just going to give it away. And neither should you. So you're giving voice to those who were denied. You're healing a collective history. The vibration of restoration literally ripples through time, blessing your children and descendants yet unborn. This is true generational curse breaking stuff. All right. And another thing about the unknown is that they strengthen the spiritual backbone of your work. See, for spiritualists and root workers and witches and healers, the unknown ancestors are actually the foundation of protection and legitimacy. No one's ever said this out loud. I'm saying it. Find another video. Find another. I'll wait. See, you may not know their names, but they know yours. It took 4,094 of them to make you. They are the ones who often step in when you're being attacked, when you're tired, or spiritually unguarded. They whisper the recipes, and they whisper the prayers, and they whisper the spells that come out of nowhere. They are the bones of your practice. What do they say? You are the living altar of every forgotten name in your bloodline. Isn't that wonderful? That is what our ancestors hold for us. It's just the gift that literally keeps on giving. They teach you humility, and they also teach you the continuity. See, working with the unknown ancestors, it humbles your ego. It humbles your pride. It reminds you that you are part of something vast, that your gifts, your struggles, even your calling didn't even start with you. Are you thinking about that? Your gifts, your struggles, your calling didn't even start with you. So when you honor them, you move from being a single person on a path to becoming a living representative of your entire spiritual nation. That's how fucking powerful you are. You literally have an entire nation, spiritual nation inside of you. It's in your hands. There's power. There's power. I said that in the beginning of the video, an invocation that you can say to them, and I actually put it in. I put it in the chat as well. I can let me see. Yep, it's in the chat. Brown sugar 84. Anybody have any questions for me? Because I want you to understand this. You can't heal what you won't name, but you can bless what you acknowledge. They hold your unclaimed power. Every fear you've overcome, every instinct you've turned, they've been guiding you. They are the reason you survived what should have broken you, that unknown. And when you start, I want you to think, when you start this work, think about these. Things are going to come up. Grief is going to come up. Anger is going to come up. Confusion is going to come up. But please remember, this is not a setback. That's healing surfacing. See, we think that whenever we do some work or whatever, we get lost in the sauce of, uh-oh, now I'm going through this. Now I'm going through that. I might be doing too much. No, that's not a setback. When people stop fucking with you and when stop doing this, and when we think, what did I do? You didn't do nothing, baby. You just started doing your work. That's not a setback. That's healing surfacing. Even when y'all doing your work, healing is gonna surface. You can also tell them, as you set that stuff up, you can ask them, what do you need me to know so we can both be free? Then listen. And the answer may come as a feeling or a dream or a certain clarity. Can you put the unknown and the known ancestors of the altar together? Yes, I said that early in the video. I did. So I'm only going to make this video kind of short so you can go back and look at it because I already answered that question. And I will say, I'm going to tell you this. Now, I gave you the big spiritual version of why you should honor your unknown ancestors. But in my true MLD form, I have to crash out just a little bit, a little unknown ancestor crash out. A lot of y'all big mamas and they big mamas was hoes. And they will fuck around. And you're sitting up here thinking that Mr. Lester was the daddy. They might have married or might didn't marry. But that's who y'all know Pawpaw was. Let's be clear. Big Mama might have been a hoe, and all them kids that she said wasn't his wasn't there. All right? So you sitting up, you got Big Mama, Mr. Leroy, the nigga she been fucking with, and she told you that was your daddy, or Mr. Lester, and you got them on your ancestor altar and ain't shit moving. Bitch, somebody lied. Bitch, your mama was lying. Your big mama was lying. So why your ancestors are important? Because some of y'all honoring ancestors that ain't y'all's. Because somebody was lying. Or on a serious note, you got to think back then. You got to think back then too. Real talk. You got to think back then. What if she was raped? What if Master raped her? What if she worked in this white man kitchen? It happened, y'all. It happened. And back then, they would still have to, that man, he know that little old half-breed baby is not his. But what was they supposed to do? You still raise them. But that motherfucking Dwayne, that Dwayne, that's who she said your daddy was. But she didn't tell you when Matthew threw her down on the floor in the kitchen and took something from her. And when she went home and told Dwayne wanted to defend his wife. Dwayne wanted to kill Matthew, but Dwayne can't do that because in them times, Dwayne will surely die. So he got to suck it up and he got to take care of that baby. and you're thinking that Dwayne's your dad, so he passed, God rest his soul, and you got him up there and ain't nothing happening because it's really some lying going on. Kiana said, right, they said you feed them long enough and they start looking like you. See, listen, my grandmother had two Grantleys. The last one was my favorite. Did I mention she was still married to Mr. Joe? Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm saying it's funny, but at the same time, it's not. Some people were adopted. That's the other thing. So you don't know who your ancestors were. Maybe you were in foster care and you don't know nothing about your mama, or she died before you was too, when you were real young. So all of these things become factors too. And that's why it's very important to honor your ancestors, the known and the unknown. So I hope this video kind of like got y'all right on together about it so you can have a better, a better understanding of your known and unknown ancestors. Is so fucking important in our work. And this is not just for Hoodoo, this for anybody that want to honor their ancestors. It's for anybody that want to honor their ancestors. So I think it's really important that we have lessons and classes and teaching stuff like this. Okay. So I hope this video found you guys in a great place. I hope that you get something from it. I hope that this actually gives you a better foundational magical presence in your own life, because your ancestors truly are your first line of defense. You're not supposed to touch someone's altar, feed wise, is how elders taught me in the book. Okay. What if it's your husband? What if it's your wife? What if it's the kids? Oh, you mean like a completely stranger? A complete stranger? Well, no one should be doing that. No. But anyway, I hope this video finds you well. If you have any questions, Duchess sells unknown ancestor kit too. I do sell an unknown ancestor kit. I do. And I also have a few rituals in there as well. If you guys go onto my website, magicalLadyDuchess.com, I teach classes all the time, been teaching them forever. I do readings, I do conversations, and yes, I do work. I do it all. Many blessings to you. I appreciate you. And I will continue. And another reason why I do that, because today is Wednesday, which is a day of good communication. So I thought that I would talk about this. So, a stranger, no, it ain't got nothing to do with that. So anyway, I love you guys. Many blessings to you guys. Please support my online store, support my website. Please subscribe. And also you can support my store that's in Mesquite, Texas, is MOD Holistic Healing. All right. So I love y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Ashe.